record. So welcome everyone. It's Monday evening now, the 27th. I'm in New Zealand. Got Manal here from Saudi Arabia, who's going to be doing one of the classes as we zoom around the world in 24 hours. And I've just been getting the teachers coming on just to say a little bit about their class, and also for Manal just to give us her take on what embodiment means. So hi and welcome.
Hi, thank you, Paul. I'm Manal Aldabbagh from Saudi Arabia. I've been my background is in the Nia technique, which I've been practicing for 10 years. The last 5 years, I've been doing it more in terms of coaching and facilitation, and I'm also facilitate dancing mindfulness. The question of what embodiment is such a big question, and it's even more challenging for me if I want to take that extra step and also translate it in Arabic. I still can't find a good definition, but and we're going to see embodiment is our whole self, is our own internal experience of who we are as a whole, and how we interact with the world and our relationship with others. Because embodiment is involved in everything else. Everything basically we do, our connection with others, it's embodiment, and it's our history, our ancestors, it's so nicely complicated. but it's an interesting, because we have an influence on it, and we can understand more ourselves about how we embody ourselves in different situations, in different relationships. I'm not sure if that's an easy and understandable explanation, but this is how I see it now. So if you talk to me in maybe 2 years, maybe there's another revelation of what this is. But I feel it's a continuous merging understanding for me.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think it's not easy, and I think it's different for different people and at different times. Can I ask you, is it more about coming back into body sensations or is it also to do with to thoughts? Because it's not just, because we're looking at this being an embodiment of ease and supporting people to find ease in their life, in their breath and their movement, but embodiment could be embodying your frustration or anger and all of those things also. Yeah.
Well, I think for me, it has to start with the sensation of the body.
Yeah.
Because that's a big part of who we are. And as collective, I think it's also part of our development. We kind of lost the connection with that body sensation. So we identified more with our thoughts. So to kind of bring back the balance, for a lack of a better word, to bring back the cohesion of ourselves, I think we need to start with the sensation, to reclaim that part of ourselves that we forgot because we did that as kids, and integrate it in our own whole life. So yes, embodiment is our whole self, and that contains the things that we want to do, the things we like about ourselves, and the things that we don't want, or we judge ourselves. Mm-hmm. It's all part of the the experience of being human. So yes, it has to start with the body sensation, and I think we are our best selves when we are in a state of ease and expansion.
Yep.
And especially with ease. I remember over 10 years ago, I lived in the States for a while, and my teacher, who's my Nia trainer, Helen Terry, and I was leaving, and usually airports are distress. I get really stressed. And her kind of last, chat with her, she said, travel with ease.
Nice.
And that really shifts my whole experience when I remember it, of course. So taking a step with ease, and so I think this is where we can connect to our whole self. What do we want? To be truthful with ourselves, and simply, it's nice to chat or interact with someone who's at ease. It's I think it's really evident with children, with babies.
Yeah.
Even when someone is stressed, they automatically just baseline. Would be nice to have it as a baseline, as much as possible.
Yeah, so your class, do you want to say a little bit about the class and how you're going to introduce this embodiment of ease?
The embodiment is so the way I envision it, and we'll see what happens on the day of the class. I have let's see, it's a free guidance, let's put it this way, of exploring how we move in a free way. So it's more bringing you back to the basics of how do I feel when I'm walking or moving my hands. It's an exploratory journey of our own body. It's like, oh, how does this move? Because it's interestingly enough, we lost connection with that. It's like, oh, my hand can move this way. So the class would be a journey through our body, mainly our main joints. How does it move? How can I bring ease according to how each one defines ease? For me, ease is more space. So when I'm moving, how can I bring more space into myself? And space is mostly what we are, because there is space in everything within us. We're mostly space, basically. So that's what my vision for the class would be, is an exploration through the body on how does it move, how can I bring more space and ease to ultimately feel better, in however better it is for all participants. I think.
Fantastic.
And we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds really good. What time's your class? I can't quite remember. What did we have you down at? 8:45 to 9:45 Saudi Arabia time.
Yes, and that's +3 GMT. So in case anyone wants to.
Yeah, fantastic, great. I look forward to it. I'm gonna treat myself to quite a few of the classes. So I'm gonna come to your class, because it's not going to be middle of the night for me.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, really, Paul, for putting this together. It's such a nice, it's nice to be in our community, but it's also nice to see that we're doing something in a broader sense and make the whole world our community. Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. And thank you for coming on board and being part of it too. And I look forward to zooming around the world with you on Sunday.
I love the name, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll stop recording. We'll just chat for a couple of minutes afterwards. But thanks. I'll see you Sunday. Thank you.